As a DJ, you might be approached by people to do projects and they will not have a budget to pay you. Is not being paid a deal breaker? Let's talk about that right now. Hey guys, what's going on? It's djTLM. You're watching djTLMtv. It's Monday, time for a Q&A video, and today I want to talk about a request that I received today. The request comes from a DJ. I'm not going to name your name, and I will send you a personal reply as well. But he's working on an EDM track, and he wanted me to do a 8-bar scratch session for the song. Now, I would be credited in the song title, but there's no budget to pay me for my services. He also does not have the ability to sell his music because all his stuff is free. Now, your stuff doesn't have to be free. You can sell it if you made it and you own the copyrights, but in this case, it's all free. So he was wondering if I would still do it, and that's also his question: is not being paid a deal breaker, or would you still do it? Now, in my case, I would have to decline. So I would have to say no, I'm not going to do it. But is not being paid a deal breaker? No, it doesn't have to be. It definitely does not have to be. And I know because over the years, been DJing for over 20 years now, I've done a ton of stuff for free. So there's plenty of times when I said yes to doing stuff for free. I played in a bar/club for a year on a weekly basis for free, just because I needed the experience. So gaining experience playing in front of people was more important to me than getting paid at that time. So I definitely said yes, because that opportunity to play in front of people was priceless, and I'm so glad that I made that decision to do that for free. Otherwise, I would not have the experience that I gained in that year. So here's the thing. I've done a lot of stuff for free, but there comes a time in everyone's life when you have to decide if you can still afford to do stuff for free. In my case, I have a very busy life, and I have 2 kids, I have my family, so a lot of time goes into the family. Then I have my DJing career, I have djTLMtv, and this is taking up more and more time as well. And this is basically also for free. I'm doing all of this stuff and I'm giving it to you for free. Yeah, yes, there's a little bit of revenue from ads, but still, it's not really enough for all the work that you do to make all this content. So I try to find time to still make music, and after that, I have about this much free time left. So when I'm being approached for projects, to do those projects for free, those would take up my free time. And my free time is way too valuable to still do free projects. My free time is my free time, and I need that free time. So for me, sitting at home on the couch and watching a movie every once in a while when I do have some free time is something that I need way more than to do another project for free. That's one reason. Very important also. I discovered this after some years of doing stuff for free. I was so hyped to do stuff because I love DJing, I love music. Most of the times I would just say yes anyway. There came a time when I started to say yes, and then I would discover that I did not really have enough time. And when it comes to dividing your time, something that you're doing for free is going to end up somewhere low on your priority list. So I would say yes, but after that I could not really deliver, and that's not cool. If you say yes and you decide to do a project, you have to deliver. And I just saw it happen that I would treat those free projects as low priority. And of course they are, because my family and my paid gigs and all of that stuff is more important than some free project. So that's not fair to the people who ask me to do it. If I say yes, I have to deliver. So I just thought to myself, no, if I still want to do projects like that, like record scratches for some people, it has to be a paid gig, because if I'm paid, I'm going to treat it like work, and it's up there in the priority list. So that way I feel more responsibility to deliver not just high quality, but also deliver it on time. So for me, that's the 2 main reasons for most of the times not taking on free projects anymore. I value my free time too much, that little bit of free time that I have, and I feel that I need to be devoting my full attention to your project, and right now that only happens if it's a paid project. There is one other alternative that works sometimes for me, and that is if it's an artist that I'm interested in, I might be able to work out a different deal. For instance, if it's a rapper and I like this rapper, I might offer a different deal where I will do the scratches for free, but in return I need a verse, a rap from that artist on one of my songs. So that way it is a win-win situation. We don't lose money and we both gain something cool. But when it comes to you DJs out there, if you're being approached to do free projects, yes, a lot of times it can be a good decision to do something for free. Like I said, I played in a club for a year for free to gain experience. So if you do not have a lot of experience yet and you haven't played in front of people that many times, it can definitely be a good decision to do a gig even if they don't have money or just a little bit of money, because that experience is so important. Same with recording scratches for an artist. You might be approached to do scratches on a song. You know how to scratch, but you've never done that before. That's going to be some cool experience to actually record for a product. So in that case, I would say yes, do it. You gain new experience, you get your name on a song. That's good. So it all depends. Do you need the experience? Do you need the exposure? Because in the beginning stages of your career, being on a flyer can be more important than getting paid. That's a good thing if people see you on flyers. But when I was DJing for over 10 years and I still have people approach me to do a party for free, and their selling point was, yeah, but we're going to press up flyers and your name is going to be on the flyer. If you've been playing for 10 years, you cannot convince me to do your party for free just because my name will be on the flyer. That doesn't work anymore. So you have to figure out for yourself in what stage of your career you are. Is experience and exposure still important enough for you to take on free projects? So that's it in a nutshell. And this video is already way too long, but not getting paid does not have to be a deal breaker, and you have to decide for yourself if it's the right thing for you to do. If you have any more questions out there about this topic, djTLMtv at djTLM.com. Join the conversation in the comment section. Let me know if you've ever done free projects, if you still do free projects, and why you still do or why you don't do them. Thumbs up if you enjoyed this video, share the knowledge, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already so you don't miss out on any of my future videos. I will be back tomorrow with Tuesday tips. Salute.